Because I wanted to do my part to protect myself and my family and my customers from COVID-19. As soon as the vaccines were readily available, I was vaccinated. I would
From Idaho's News Channel 7, this is Friday Night Football.
Impressive on the football field. He's impressive in the classroom. He's impressive in the community. He's getting notoriety now. He's a three-star recruit. He does a great job for us. He's an awesome person to be around, have the opportunity to coach.
Well, I've been having a lot of schools recruiting me, but all of them are just waiting for the season, so it's a blessing to have a full season this year. I've been working hard every day, trying to get bigger, faster, and it's finally here for me to show what I've improved since freshman year. I want to show that I'm the best. Going out there game one is where I start.
You're darn right, Malachi. It is finally time for week one of Friday Night Football. We have missed all of you. There is nothing better than hanging out in our sports community on a nice little 75-degree August Friday night. I have missed it.
How good was it to see John Anderson tonight?
It was great. We took a picture, tweeted it out. J.A., hey, I know it's early in the season for everybody. J.A., always in midseason.
Yeah, always,
right?
Always. Doesn't matter what environment, setting, or game he's at.
Absolutely. Hey, you know one thing I've discovered through our prep previews, by the way, we went to every 5A SIC school. There is a solid core of talent in this state kind of spread out amongst a number of our high schools. We heard from Malachi Martinez. He's not the only guy that can really throw it, though.
I tell you what, there are so many standouts all throughout the valley in our area, and that's the thing personally for me that I love is that there's no one team that's king of the castle, so to speak. I mean, Rocky Mountain, yes, the defending 5A state champions. What are they, 31-1 in their last 3 years?
I believe so. 31-1 or 32-1, something crazy.
But I feel like there's a lot more depth, especially at the top of the SIC.
Yeah, I agree with you. But hey, week 1, some epic showdowns.
Yeah.
We'll get to a nice little 4A, 5A battle in just a second. In the meantime, though, how about Mountain View and Meridian? The Warriors beat the Mavs last year, and I could tell you, that agitated Judd Benedict's boys over there throughout the offseason. They use that as some motivation.
Let's go showcase the new turf over at Mountain View High School. I tell you, just a beautiful night for football. Coach Benedict, fist pump. All right, we pick things up right before halftime. 10 seconds left, just enough time for the Warriors to add to their lead here. Martinez hits Cross Antonacci, and Cross just says, that's a weight room touchdown. Protein pancakes. Meridian up 13-zip at the break. From there, Mountain View would bow up on defense. Mason Childs shot out of a cannon. Nice TFL there. Later in the drive, Tyler Halford and Jackson Beck teaming up for the TFL right there. Mavs get the ball, and they would go ground and pound. Quintez Evans up the gut for the score. It's 13-7. Mavs down 6 after the score. Another stop. It's back to the ground. Following the big hog mollies up front, this is Dallas Slocum. And this proves to be the go-ahead rushing score down the sideline, and it proves to be the difference maker in this one. Mountain View hangs on late, thanks in large part to a missed field goal. They knock off Meridian tonight at home, 14-13 the final.
You say a game that came down to a field goal. Well, it's time to ante up for another one. How about this saucy little 5A, 4A tilt on opening night? We go to the highlights now, and well, for just the second time ever, the Bishop Kelly and Eagle football teams would battle it out on a Friday night. The Knights led 20-14 at halftime. The Mustangs would come roaring out of the gates, though, to start the second half. And here you have Arizona transfer QB Jack Benson, who hits California transfer Ian Duarte over the middle. Eagle jumps back out on top by a point. That duo wasn't done, though. This time they connect from even further out. Ian Duarte, who has multiple D1 baseball offers, is an absolute dude. The Mustangs score 21 straight and build a 35-20 advantage. Now, you knew that Brennan's boys would not go quietly into the night. Seth Noth with an absolute beast mode run here, diving over the across the goal line for 6. One of 2 touchdowns he had in a matter of minutes. All of a sudden, the Knights are within 2, and this is where this game got good, believe it or not. On 4th and long, backed way up in their own territory, Hadley Smith to Jack Hefner completes that one out near midfield. They would continue to march down the field. Noth would get another carry down inside the red zone, and he would finally be pushed out right at the 3-yard line with about 15 seconds to go. BK uses their final timeout at that moment in time. So they would have to go to the air from there. After one incompletion, they go back to the passing game, and here you have an outstanding defensive play by Luke Kelly to break that one up. With 3 seconds to go, Bishop Kelly decides to kick a field goal. With the game on the line, heartbreak.
Oh, man.
Wide left, Eagle survives a thriller, 35-33.
Holy cow. From that angle?
It looked good.
Looked good.
Hey, I was shooting it. I was like, I thought it was good. I went down to check the referee standing underneath the goalpost. He was waving his arms.
Oh, man.
I hate missed kicks in the city of trees. Gosh, why do we have to experience any of that in Boise?
The Mountain View Meridian game had a very, very similar ending. Meridian had a chance at a field goal. I had to get back to drive, and get the highlights back. I couldn't stick around, but man. All right, that's early vote for me for Game of the Year.
Yeah, I tell you, some big time momentum swings in that game. You know, one person that was absent from those highlights, though, awfully noticeable, Ethan Makita. He's one of the best players in the state of Idaho. His first touch of the season, he housed it 60 yards. That's the Ethan we know. His second carry of the season put him out of the game. I'm just going to stop speculating at that moment in time and just wish Ethan the best of luck in a solid road to recovery, however long it may be, or short, hopefully it may be. But either way, a talented kid that is getting a lot of offers from colleges throughout the area.
Recruiting wise, I mean, you know, I'm just getting a ton of looks by D1 colleges. I mean, Boise State and Idaho, and I'd say Utah State and Nevada are probably my top schools right now. They're recruiting me pretty hard. I just recently took a visit to BSU too. It was awesome. Love that staff. They've been pretty interested in me since last junior year, and then we went to their team camp, and I won MVP for the running back. Venable and Coach Matt Miller, they started getting in serious contact with me, and they're just like, you want to come out, you know, like get a tour, meet all the coaches. The jerseys were sweet, and then just seeing the facilities was awesome. It's super nice out there, and like I said, it's just a dream school, you know, staying in town with my parents. Ever since I was a kid, I've been dreaming of playing at BSU, you know, keep working my butt off all season and hopefully just have a great season, and, you know, everything will go out as planned.
Gosh, that was when I went out to do the preview on Eagle a little earlier this week, and the end of that thought kind of grips your heart there because you wanted to have a good season. Ethan, I hope that's still in store for you, man. We're thinking of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Fingers crossed for your recovery, Ethan. All right, how about some history tonight? Owyhee High School, the brand new school in the 5A SIC, playing their first ever football game tonight on the road at Centennial. Sherm Blaser, head coach of the Storm. Centennial came out of the gates on fire. Keon Horton, the southpaw, slinging it to the end zone. That's Dominic Hines hauling it in for the score. After a stop, Centennial's offense just got things rolling early in this one and often. Orlando Clay Jr. diving towards the pylon. Junior, like Griffey. What a run right there. The O-lineman giving them the little Superman treatment. We move ahead. Not done yet. 4th and goal. Smart play there from Keon Horton. Sends his back out wide, frees up space in the box. Smart play leads to 6. 20-8. Patriots in front. Back comes Owyhee, though. This is Cooper Hyatt on the jet sweep. Takes it inside for the score. In the end, though, Centennial 57 tonight. They win 57-30. Impressive debut in year 2 for Matt Green.
I see you guys working over there. By the way, I think Coach Green's been in the weight room a little bit.
He always is.
Yeah, right? Hey, how about we go over to Timberline now? What can't head coach Ian Smart do? Working on the guys' equipment. Great coach, great teacher, great friend. We pick it up, though, here in the first. Borah trying to capitalize off a turnover. They end up dialing up number 10 for 6. Parker Rushton finds pay dirt, and we're even at 7. It would not take long for the Wolves to howl right back. You know, I've heard that Timberline running back Taylor Markham is one of the fastest kids in the state. Now let me show you that Taylor Markham is one of the fastest kids in the state. The future Montana State Bobcat houses this one from 80 yards out. Timberline retakes the lead 14-7. On to the second now. Facing 3rd and long. Quarterback Wade Zenner, also been in the weight room, lofts this one up perfectly down the seam. That would move the sticks. Later in the drive, Zenner would use his legs not once but twice. He scrambles for 1st down on 4th down. Then here, he puts 53 on skates for the touchdown. Timberline wins the rivalry game this year, 48-29 the final.
Wade, let's go play some hockey. Lake Minnetonka. Let's go, baby. All right, staying in Class 5A, a little 5A, 4A showdown as well.
Another one.
Yeah, Columbia, the Rock. I love it. Pound the Rock. Hosting crosstown rival Skyview. Skyview displaying their new uniforms. Those things are a thing of beauty. Max Cutforth connecting there with Tarek Pennington for the game's first touchdown. A little later, Cutforth keeping it himself, calls it his own number. Man, I like those unis. 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, they're definitely one of the better ones in the 5A SIC.
Wildcats quarterback Matthew Davis connecting there with Trey Weaver in the end zone for the score. In the end, though, Skyview rolls to the Week 1 win, 41-6, the final over the Wildcats.
You know, I tell you how wonderful it is this time of year. Also nice just to take a little bit of a drive out to Emmett. Boise made that trip this evening. The Emmett Huskies have something special brewing with their program. To the highlights we go. A packed house out in Emmett, and their all-world quarterback would shine once again this evening. The quick pass out there helping move the sticks by Caden Young, and then a little bit later on another nice completion, just kind of moving his feet here, and actually here he's keeping it himself. The baby giraffe kind of right up the gut. I don't know if I'm putting baby in front of giraffe or if I'm just thinking of Leighton Vander Esch, but obviously these two have a little bit of a similarity. Small town products that can absolutely ball out. Emmett dominates this one. That's Jeffrey Lockett for the score. 42-7 the final. The Huskies know how to put up points, Will.
They certainly do. They do it with authority over Boise tonight. Trying to get back to the 4A state title game like they did a year ago. Staying in Class 4A, I believe. Yes, we are. Middleton hosting out-of-state visitor Elko from Nevada, heading north to Middleton. That's Middleton quarterback Kai McClure, keeping it on the ground. Nice gain right there, knocked out of bounds. Very next play, McClure just running over his defender. That's another weight room touchdown, gets into the end zone. This one, all the home team tonight. Middleton picks up the win over Elko, 40-7 the final. Staying in Class 4A, Homedale making the trip over to Caldwell. We pick things up in this one. Caldwell trailing 14-0, trying to make some plays.
How about this? Zaylor Brueggemann hands the ball off to Matthew Violette. He takes it all the way down before barely stepping out of bounds right before the goal line. Violette would finish off what he started, though, and here he takes it in for 6. The Cougars would go for a 2-point conversion. Zaylor Brueggemann passes the ball to his big tight end, Cameron Morales, making it a 14-8 game at halftime with the Trojans leading. At that point in time, we left, and at that point in time, I believe it was Homedale that really started to take command of this game. They win tonight 36-24 the final.
Homedale trying to get back to the 3A state championship game. They have one of the best players in the state, running back Mason Kinchelow. I know we didn't see him in the highlights. Sometimes the highlight timing gods just don't work out for our photographers.
We do our best.
We do our best, so don't get too mad at us. The Wendell Trojans visiting Nampa Christian tonight. Nampa was up 26-6 at the start of the second half. Here's Nampa Christian's Landon Cheney handing the ball off to running back Dane Bradshaw. Bobs and weaves for the big gain there. Landon hands off to Bradshaw again. Great run down the sidelines, knocked out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Called back on a holding call, though. That drive would stall out. Wendell quarterback Gabe Finley fakes the handoff, passes to Mikey Talbert for a great run there. But that drive would stall out, and then here's a nice little gain for Nampa Christian. They end up taking this one over Wendell, 40-12 the final. All right, what do we got next? Let's head on up to Horseshoe Bend. Oh, I love that area, just absolutely beautiful area of Idaho, taking on Idaho City in this one.
Check out this bomb right down the seam, and
that's a pretty pass.
Off to the races. 3 to the pylon and into the end zone. Heck of a pass play right there, but how about a team that tries to punch right back maybe? Hitting the ground, staying on his feet. Nice little run right there.
Absolutely. Nice gain right there. Keep in mind, back and forth we would go, airing it out again. What do we got?
Pass breakup.
An incompletion.
Yeah, I'm straight up honest with everybody out there. Hopefully we can get a roster from that game next time.
We didn't have a roster.
We could call better highlights if we had a roster, but I tell you, the backdrop there, though, pretty awesome.
I love
Mountain right behind it.
I love that.
We just drove through there the other day going up to Stanley to do a little camping. But
my first ever Idaho high school game that I went to when I moved out here 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Kamei and Horseshoe Bend. In a playoff game.
Wow.
Yeah. The Kamei Cubs.
So
correct me if I'm wrong.
That's it. Cubs with a K, too.
Yes.
Yeah, I used to cover them with my time up in Lewiston.
That was my first high school game.
Hey, really awesome Friday night, though.
Yeah.
Great to be back out there. I love being able to wear flip-flops and go to football games. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, the weather was just perfect.
Yeah.
You couldn't ask for anything better.
Yeah. Any other takeaways from week one? Man, Bishop Kelly hanging with Eagle.
Woo.
Bishop Kelly's going to be good again.
Really good.
I'm not going to lie. Came out a little flat to start the second half. I would assume that will be addressed at the next practice. But
tomorrow morning by Coach Brennan.
They really did have a chance. Bishop Kelly was in that game. They had a chance. He saw it at the end. Just couldn't quite finish the job. That being said, tip of the cap to Eagle, because they were kind of rotating quarterbacks throughout the preseason.
Yep.
They ended up settling on Jack Benson, at least when I was there. I felt like they were going to go in another direction initially, but Jack Benson ended up being the guy while I was there, because started off the evening over at Donna Larson Park with Timberline and Borah. He was impressive. Man, Duarte, kid can fly.
I want to see Ian Duarte and Taylor Markham square off in a 100-meter dash race.
Yeah.
I want to see those two.
I would take it.
Oh, man, that would be a lot of fun. I tell you, man, Taylor Markham's return that touchdown, he just ran away from everyone.
Yeah.
He's got some speed.
Yeah, they're going to score some points this year. They got a couple of dudes on offense.
Yeah, when you have Wade Zenner as quarterback, do-it-all athlete, can hand it off to Montana State-bound Taylor Markham. It's good thing to have.
Another thing that stood out to me is how fortunate we are to have some of the coaches we have in the area. From the time I've been here for 10 years now, and from the beginning of this thing until now, it's been an impressive journey, I would say. I mean, it just seems like everybody has solid leaders all over the Treasure Valley. I can't imagine how hard it is to sustain success right now.
Yeah. One thing you're probably wondering at home, where was Rocky Mountain tonight? They had an early season bye, so they opened up in week 0 last week with a road win at Highland. They'll return to action a week from tonight. The big rivalry game, Mountain View, Rocky Mountain. Cannot wait to see Rocky Mountain. I know you've seen them.
We're getting into week 2.
Let's go, baby.
Oh my goodness.
Right into it.
Man, Mountain View, they're going to get through the first few weeks of the season and then just put it on cruise control. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. But no, I mean, they just have some heavy hitters early in their season.
Right off the bat.
Rocky Mountain, I mean, it's kind of who they always are. I will say, I don't think they're quite as big as they've been, but they might be as long as they've ever been. Long, athletic guys, solid frames. It's way too early in the season to make predictions.
Yeah, it is.
But Rocky's going to be tough.
Yeah, they are. And you have to give them the edge based on recent history.
Yeah, 100%.
And what they've accomplished. Coach Kulig and his program. I mean, they're the program every other program in the state of Idaho is gunning for and trying to beat. Anxious to see Mountain View. They went into halftime tonight down 13-0.
Yeah.
No panic from the staff. Saw Coach Benedict walk into halftime, talk with his boys, come out second half. They leaned on the ground game, which meant they leaned on their big, massive offensive line up front. I think it just wore down Meridian tonight, to be honest. And then their defense just bowed and stopped Malachi and the Warriors' offensive attack in that second half.
I would not have wanted to face Malachi Martinez in game 1.
Yeah.
He's a guy with so much experience. You know that he's going to come in. Not necessarily be too worried about the moment.
Yeah.
And to see Mountain View's defense hold him to 13 points. Yeah. I will guarantee you that's the last time you see Meridian only score 13 points this year.
Season low.
Yeah. If not, call me out. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty certain that's the last time they only score 13 points.
If they do,
in a ball game.
You have to bring us 8 packs of Double Bubble next week.
I do that every Friday for you, bud.
That is true.
We'll make it 10.
Okay.
Yeah. Awesome week. We missed this. It's awesome to be back in studio. I don't even know if everybody wants to remember last year because we all want to forget what happened last year, but this split camera, you're in the parking lot, I'm in the studio. We made it fun, but this is way better. Yeah. And it's way better also being back out at games, which I wasn't able to go to last year due to COVID protocols.
Yeah.
So it was an awesome evening.
Good to be back.
Yeah, and guess what? Only 1 week down.
Yeah.
We still got like 10 more to go.
Let's go.
Maybe 9 more to go. Yeah. But either way, it's going to be an awesome fall. We appreciate you staying up late with us. Remember, highlights of each and every game we were at tonight on KTVB.com. Follow us on Twitter. We got more posts, reaction, recaps, all that fun stuff. Week 1 is down. We will see you week 2 next Friday here on Friday Night Football.